Hey you guys, it's Kimberlyn again. It's been a couple of weeks since I've done my last video, and usually I'm in a car driving around from session to session. I'm headed to my last session. It's Friday. I have people speeding by me, and I'm also trying to get to my destination by 6 o'clock, and I have like a little over 30 minutes to get across town. So I'm going to talk to y'all about a topic I have discussed with my clients on many occasions prior to today. So let's get into it. I want to first start off by saying I am so sorry that y'all can hear the road while I record this video. I really want to get this done and get it out, because every day that passes, it's just me stalling with getting another video out. One of my clients today, as we were talking about just the journey and this being a lifestyle change, she was telling me that one of the most challenging things is the support, or I guess you could say support, but this is the thing. When you are eating, you've made the decision to eat better, make better eating choices, and you have decided not to eat the foods that you once ate that got you to the place that you no longer want to be. It's difficult. It can be very difficult and challenging being around others that don't have the same sense of care that you now have in regards to the foods that you put into your body. It's been a challenge for some of my clients when in the position of eating healthy, but it seems like you're the only one that's eating healthy, period. So I understand how that can be a major challenge, all of a sudden bringing in to the home more vegetables, more healthy carbs, and cooking more at home. So you decided not to bring in McDonald's, Burger King, you name it. You're not going out to eat as much as you once were before because it's convenient. You are now taking the time to cook at home more with healthy oils, drink more water, keep the sodas out of the home, and all the sugary drinks such as juices and punch and even energy drinks. You just decided to start making a lifestyle change. So with that being said, it's not an easy thing to do. I never suggest anybody to just go cold turkey. I think that it's very important to make changes appropriately. Like, I never tell anybody, oh, stop eating bread and stop eating this and that. No, you just change over what you're eating to a healthier form. If you like fried chicken, then eat some fried chicken, but fry it at home yourself. Preferably get organic chicken, okay? And fry it in healthy oils, olive oil, coconut oil, grapeseed oil. There's plenty of healthy oils that you can actually cook your foods with. But we don't and won't know unless we search for these answers. So as far as your bread, you don't have to stop eating bread. You just choose a healthier bread, a whole grain bread. It's a better choice for us. Yet we stick to what tastes better to us, and typically what we've grown up on, our white breads, right? So it's just small changes that will make a huge difference when it comes to our nutrition. But we have to start putting it in our home, especially if we're the ones that are buying the groceries. I got on here to discuss how challenging it can be for someone who's trying to eat healthy and then you're surrounded by others that are not worried about what they put in their bodies, you have to stick it out. She can't go through your lifestyle change as though it's a punishment. You will fail. That is not what I want, you want, anybody wants, right? But you have to have the right mindset about what it is that you're doing. You want to eat healthy and create a better lifestyle than you currently have because you want good results. You want to either lose weight or not be on a certain medication or get off of a certain medication you happen to be on currently. You definitely want to live as long as you possibly can and actually be able to function with your life, your long life, right? You don't want to have people taking care of you. The pharmaceutical industry loves us. I mean, absolutely loves us. Because when we eat whatever we want, whenever we want, however much we want, it continues to tear away at our body and it causes this problem. And then it trickles down to another problem and then this other big problem. And whatever the problems may be, big or small, it causes us to what? Go to the doctor, and then the doctor sends us to the pharmacist. We have to get medication for this and that. And half the time we don't really have to get medication for it. We just need to stop treating our bodies like it's a dumpster. Yep. So when we decide to stop treating our bodies like it is a dumpster, start treating it right and eating healthy, making better choices, we have to remember one thing. Not everybody has made that same decision that you've made. You made a great decision. Don't go back on the decision that you have made, the positive decision that you've made for yourself, just because the next person over does not or is not on the same page as you. We're all different. We all have a choice to make. And it solely is up to that person what they put in their body. So one thing we cannot do is allow the next person's decisions to affect our decision, what we do. Because at the end of the day, we are the ones who have to live with it. This is my body, and I have a choice of what to put in my body. It's not that person's choice. I'm not in jail, thank God. I am not in jail, I'm not in prison where somebody is serving me a certain type of food and this is what I have to live off of. No. I'm grateful that I get to go out and make a choice for myself, a better choice for myself. And then if I'm the one that's bringing the food in the house, a better choice for my family. If I have kids, then my kids are going to eat whatever I put on the table. And if it's a healthy choice, then they're going to learn to get with the program. Your kids are going to follow you and what you train them up to do and what you train them to eat. As they get older and get their own apartment and their life and pay their own bills, they're going to have the same option to make their very own choices, just like you did. But if they're children, if they're living under your roof and you're the one paying the bills and you're the one that's putting food on the table, like buying the groceries, then you are the one that's making the choice. So again, even our kids, we cannot let our kids dictate what we bring into the house. We can't. If you want to be there for your children, you want to be in your most healthy form, period. You want to be there for weddings. You want to be there for graduations. You want to be there for your grandchildren. So that should be enough reason to make a healthier choice. not only for you, but for the kids that you want to see grow up, graduate, get married, have kids of their own, and hopefully they will take on that same perspective and make the same healthy choices that you have instilled in them. It's a whole bunch to this, a whole lot that's around this, but it starts off with a positive choice, a lifestyle change. It's very important. We cannot let anybody else dictate what we are doing when it comes to how we eat. So I know I'm driving right now. Everything's a little shaky. Y'all probably just saw me driving with no hands because I'm driving with my knee. I'm gonna stop that. I'm gonna stop it. That's not a healthy choice. So, kind of contradicting myself right now. So when we go out to restaurants and celebrate with friends and family for whatever event is going on, we can't go with the attitude, first off, that you can't go. Second of all, that you can't eat anything. Third of all, that whatever you are eating that's of a healthier choice is nasty or bad or not as good as this that they got on their plate and that they got on their plate. Come on. Your body is going to eat and be very satisfied with what you feed it on a regular basis. Healthy foods. I'm only talking about healthy foods. Your body is not going to be satisfied with foods that break it down and tear it down in a negative way. It's impossible. Your body, think about it, your body, I'll say it again, will not be satisfied with the negative, the bad foods that you put into your body. You are satisfied for the moment. And then you are affected in some kind of negative way if that cycle keeps happening, okay? To where your body, your bones aren't as strong, your blood don't flow properly, your sugar is all screwed up, your insulin levels are all screwed up, you're gaining weight, you can't sleep at night because you can't breathe right because of weight gain. It's just so much that the body goes through, and in so many ways that the body reacts to the foods we put into our system. I'll say this again because I know I probably said this in my last video. 54% of the foods that we eat today are considered new food. That means it's been created in some kind of way. It's not natural at all. So we keep putting those foods into our bodies, and then we get what kind of outcome? We're at the hospital. We're walking for this association. We're getting this surgery done. It's just so much that happens when it comes to what we put in our body. And I'm not saying that everybody that's in the hospital is there because of the foods they ate. It's not that at all. I'm talking about nutrition specifically and what bad nutrition can do to one's body. I'm about to pull up to my client's home and go train her, but I just wanted to speak a little bit on that and just hopefully speak to someone who may be struggling with that, because I know that everybody with that type of challenge, when they are choosing to eat healthy and then they surround themselves at times, whatever the case may be, in their home or at work or at an event, you still have the choice personally to choose better. Let them eat whatever they want, because at the end of the day, they have to deal with that just like you have to deal with you. Okay? Don't let anybody decide or make you feel guilty for making a choice. One thing that is popular, I used to say it because I couldn't stand nutrition. I'll tell you this, I was a track runner for many years, since I was 10 years old all the way up through college. I ran. I had no issues with my weight because I ran, okay? So I refuse to hear about food. No, I'm going to eat what I want to eat. That was my attitude. I'm going to eat what I want to eat, and I will not deprive myself. I used to say that. I used to believe that until I got old enough, and then my metabolism started changing. I wasn't looking how I used to look, and it was just like, no, this is not my body. I'm creating something totally different, and I had to get to a point where enough was enough. So with that being said, I had to look at my nutrition. It wasn't me running miles and miles and miles. I did that, and it did not work. It did not work. I could run as many miles as I want, but if I keep eating the same way, I ain't doing nothing but running in circles. So I had to change that. When I decided to change the way I ate and what foods I put in my body, it took a little time. And I slowly started changing the bread, slowly started changing the oils, stopped buying the corn oil, the vegetable oil, the canola oil, which is not even from a plant. It's factory made. I started changing how much sweets I would eat, you know, and just how much sugar I would put in my coffee or even in my oatmeal, and just little things. How much of the things I knew that was affecting my body in a negative way, how much of that stuff I would eat. Once I started changing those things, I slowly started seeing the positive effects of my positive choices as far as changing the way I was eating. It was amazing to see the outcome alone, and it didn't take me miles and miles and miles of running to see these results. So I'm telling you, nutrition is key. Exercise is definitely important. I will never say that it's not. I'm a personal trainer. That is what I do for a living. But I am going to tell you this. You cannot get the results that you want if you do not take into account how important it is for you to be on point nutrition-wise. So don't let anybody who says or thinks that eating healthy is deprivation. Not at all. That is ridiculous. So make the choice. Go ahead, do it. You got this. Don't let anybody deter you from the positive goals that you have set for you. You can do it. I'm out. If y'all have any questions, let me know. I'll be more than happy to share my opinion. Don't give up on yourself. It's a journey. It's not going to happen overnight.